this next chapter is what will get you marks. So we are done with the chapter which is called introduction, or it could also be called basic concepts. Guys, here we learned about, how a person gets taxed, what are the different steps of tax, what are the different heads of income, what is give and take, which year was the Income Tax Act written, why is it a dinosaur. We also all of that in the first chapter. Now, in the next chapter, guys, this is not chapter number 2 according to ICI material. But guys, ICI material is great. I respect it a lot. But I want to make you guys understand in a different pattern. Yes. So it's not always a straight road. I'm taking you some turns. And here the next turn or the next new chapter is something I want to talk about. Yes. We don't need to write anything, so you can happily like shut down those books, put those pens inside, like shut down. Yes, all this row only, please. Yeah, only these two rows will be occupied. Yes. All right. Guys, please convey the message to whoever sits in these corners that you have to assemble here, sit here. Guys, this new chapter is 5 on 5 on importance. Basically, that means that one sum from this chapter is expected, very highly expected in your exams. So now let's see what this chapter is all about. Yes. Guys, we are talking about the surgeon. And once he had some decent amount of money, guys, he decided, oh, sorry. Guys, once a surgeon had some decent amount of money, he decided to buy a house property. Do you remember at what age, guys? At the age of 22. So at the age of 22, he decided to buy a house property. And it was a really nice house property. It was ground floor plus one floor, a typical nice spacious, Bangalore house. So it was something like this. Yes, modern architecture, all straight lines only. Yes, and it was basically a house which had a ground floor and a first floor. Guys, how do you do you always have to buy a house? Yes, sometimes you can acquire a house, sometimes you can construct a house, guys. What you can do with a house? Sometimes acquire, sometimes construct. He decided to construct this ground plus first floor house. And guys, this house, when you buy this house or construct this house, guys, can you take a loan? Yes, in India, guys, most people take a loan and they construct or they buy their house. So he's also taken a loan. Now, where can he take a loan from? So let's speak about some other people in his life. Guys, he has a brother who is abroad. Guys, where is a surgeon? In India, and his brother is an engineer who's working in the US. So he's earning a lot of money in dollars. So his brother said, listen, don't go to any bank and all. You can take a loan from me. So who can he take a loan from, guys? Brother. But he said, no, no, brother, I won't want a loan from you. His father said, listen, take a loan from me. He said, no, I don't want a loan from you. I will take a loan from a bank. Guys, can he take a loan from the brother? Yes. Loan from a father? Yes. But he took a loan from a bank. Let's say he took a loan from HDFC Bank. Which bank, guys? HDFC Bank. So he applied for a loan, and because he was a professional, he got a good loan at a good interest rate. Now, once you take a loan, guys, what do you have to pay on it? EMI. So every month he pays EMI. Every month he pays EMI. EMI has two parts, guys. Can you tell me the two parts? One is principal and one is interest. So he was paying principal and interest. And just by the way, this year he'll be paying interest, guys. He'll be paying interest of 3,60,000 in the whole year. Over the whole year, how much interest is he paying? 3,60,000. Yes. If you're looking at something in your back, guys, there's nothing to write as of now. It's only on the screen. So sit back, relax, and just try to understand something new on the screen. So, guys, you can see a house here. At what age he bought this house? 22. Did he construct this house? And did he take a loan on this, guys? Yes. Now, guys, he's just 22 years old. So he doesn't want to move into his own house and all. So he decides that let's not move into this house. So what do you do with a house which you don't want to live in? So he decided to rent this house, guys. He decided to what? Rent this house, and he chose Tejas. Guys, he chose Tejas, and Tejas was anyways looking for a house, so he gave on this house on rent to whom, guys? Tejas. A house given on rent is called let out property. What is it called, guys? Let out property. So this property, this house that you can see in Bangalore is being let out to Tejas, and it's being let out for 1 lakh rupees a month. How much is the rent? 1 lakh. It's a big house, spacious house, so it's being rented out for 1 lakh rupees a month. Yes, everyone here, this side, please. Yes. So 1 lakh rupees, this side. These two rows, both of you, yes. All right. So 1 lakh rupees per month, Tejas is ready to pay. He's ready to get 1 lakh. Surgeon is ready to accept 1 lakh rupees. They enter into an agreement, guys. What do you enter into? Agreement, rental agreement. Both of them, they sign that agreement, has stamp paper, etc. They enter into that agreement where they are getting this for 1 lakh rupees per month. Now let's move ahead to the tax angle, guys. Everyone, is this a house property? Yes, which is given on rent. So which room are we opening, guys? We are opening house property, which is also called income from house property. The government says, nice, yeah, you have a let out property. What property do you have? Let out property. We want to tax you. We want to tax you. So can you tell us what is the rent on this? So he says that I have a rent, actual rent of 1 lakh rupees a month. How much is the rent, guys? 1 lakh rupees a month into how many? 12 months. So, guys, his actual rent is how much, guys? 12 lakh. Who's paying this rent to him? Tejas, and he is earning this rent 12 lakh rupees. The government says, looks like a nice big number. But the government says, what if surgeon is lying? Guys, what if the surgeon is lying? That means, can it happen that Tejas is actually paying 1 lakh 20? Tejas is actually paying 1 lakh in the bank account and 20,000 in cash. Guys, can it happen? So in the bank account, government knows, but what about cash? Does the government know? No. So the government is like, maybe the surgeon is lying. So how do we trust? So they say, surgeon, okay, what are you saying is the rent? Guys, what is the surgeon saying? What is the rent? 1 lakh per month. That is how many months? 12 months. That is how much, guys? 12 lakh. The government says, the surgeon says, here is 12 lakh rupees. I'm earning this much only. The government says, thank you for telling us that you're earning 12 lakh. But how do we trust you? So what we will do is, we'll compare your rent, which is called what? Actual rent, with our rent, which we are expecting. So this is called expected rent. We'll compare both of these. You are saying how much? 12 lakh. We'll also figure a number. And whichever is, think like the government, guys. Whichever is higher, we'll tax that. Because you might be lying. So they said, we'll find out the expected rent. What are we going to find out? Expected rent. So here is the government trying to figure out what is expected rent. All the people sitting behind, guys, please, small announcement. Everyone has to be sitting ahead of that last row, and everyone in this row and only that. So all of you all will have to take a evening walk now and move this side, please. Yes, and from tomorrow onwards, guys, you all know this row and this row only. Yes, everyone, please take a walk and accommodate yourself somewhere here. Yes, please. Thank you. All right. Now, guys, how do you figure out expected rent? So they first went to the municipality. Guys, whom did you went to? They went to the municipality like BBMP, and they said, municipality, do you know the expected rent of this area? They said, yeah, we have a book printed. In that per square feet, this is the rent. So this house should get a rent of 8 lakhs. How much? So what is the municipal value, guys? Please repeat. What is the municipal value? How much is the municipal value, guys? 8 lakhs. Okay. The government says, okay, we'll keep this in mind. Next, the government went to neighboring houses. Guys, this house is right here in Jayanagar only, guys, some fourth block. And they went to neighboring houses and they asked the neighboring houses, listen, yeah, what is the fair rent around here? What is the fair rent? Means other houses, what are they charging? So they said the fair rent is 9 lakh. Guys, how much is the fair rent? 9 lakh. Please tell me, which is the first value? Municipal value, how much is that? 8 lakh. And what is the fair rent, guys? 9 lakh. Please, can you shut that door behind? Yes. People who walk in, guys, late, please shut the door behind. All right. Yes. So municipal value 8 lakh, fair rent is 9 lakh. This is what they were saying. Now in the exam, guys, these values will be given to you. Yes, you won't have to figure it. You don't have to go to neighboring houses and all that. They'll give you all this rent. Yes. So municipal value 8 lakh, fair rent 9 lakh, which is higher, guys. 9 lakh. So they are saying municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher. Repeat, municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher. So which is higher, guys? 9 lakhs. So between these two, there is 9 lakhs. Guys, but because it should not be very high, what if this was 19 for some reason? So because it should not be very high, this expected rent, the government puts a ceiling on it. What does it put? Ceiling. Your mom says you want to go out for dinner, go out, but you can't spend more than 400. They put what on it? Ceiling. Can you spend 200? Yes. 300? Yes. 500? No. How much? 4. Same way the government also put a ceiling. That ceiling is called standard rent. What is that called, guys? And they said, let's say, example, guys, these numbers are all example. They said the standard rate is 10 lakhs. Now tell me, guys, 8 or 9, which is higher? 9. Repeat, everyone. 8 or 9, which is higher? 9. And just check, is it within the standard rate? Yes. So are we within the ceiling? If you are within the ceiling, life is good. Yes. So then what will be the expected rent, guys? The expected rent will be 9 lakhs. I'll give you more numbers. Let's say this becomes 11 lakhs. So now again, guys, municipal value or fair end, whichever is higher. Which is higher, guys? 11 lakh. But guys, is this more than what your mom allowed you to spend? So you can't. What is the maximum? 10. So you will take how much, guys? 10. Basically, the ceiling, you cannot go above it. If you go above it, take the ceiling. Are we all right? I'm taking some other numbers, guys. Here, I 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 6.2 lakh. 6.2. Are you getting it, guys? 6 and 7, which is higher? 7, but you can't take 7. You'll get maximum how much? 6 lakh 20. So repeat, municipal value, everyone. Municipal value or fair end, whichever is subject to a ceiling of standard rent. Once again, municipal value or fair end, whichever is high, subject to a ceiling of standard rent. All right, how do you remember this ahead? I have a shortcut. Municipality figures standard. Guys, what is the shortcut? Municipality figures standard. So what is this value? Municipal value. What is this? Fair rent. What is this? Standard rent. Are we okay? This is your expected rent. Let's go back to the original numbers. 8, 9 and 10. What is this? 8. What is this? 9. What is this? 10. So what is your expected rent, guys? 9 lakh. It should always be within the standard rent. I'm putting this in a box because this is final. The government expects from you to earn from this house 9 lakhs. Are we okay? Yes. Whatever you are showing, like think like the government guys. What does the government expect? 9 lakh. What if you are offering 10? The government is happy. Guys, everyone okay, whichever is higher. Guys, what if this was 19? The government will take 19. The government, sorry. Guys, what if this was, now tell me, 8 or 19, which is higher? 19. Is it within the limit? So what is expected rent? Now, which one will the government take? 12 or 19? 19. Guys, and what if this is 9 by chance? Then they say, no, no, then we trust you. Then we'll take 12. Are we okay? So the government is very smart that way, guys. So this is original 8, 9, 10, and this is what, guys? 9 lakh. I'm putting a box. This is expected rent. Are we okay? Can we repeat what is AR? Actual rent. How many months you have to always take? Guys, but Tejas, will you always take it for 12 months? Maybe not. But right now, guys, we're always assuming on the left how many months. And on the right, also, these figures are also for how many months? 12 months. Municipality figures standard. Municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher, subject to the ceiling of standard rent. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. And you got with that how much, guys? ER, which is how many lakhs? 9 lakhs. Is this final? Yes. Now let's go back to AR. Guys, how much was your actual rent? 12 lakh. Now, guys, something very funny happened. Let's discuss that. Guys, Tejas was a very successful businessman till he entered this house. The moment he entered his house, his business started going down, and he consulted some, Vastu expert, and he said, "Listen, why have you moved to this house? This house is the worst Vastu. You should move out of it quickly. Why did you move into this house?" So now Tejas is very upset about it. So when the surgeon came to ask for rent, he said, "I am not going to pay 2 months rent." Like Tejas is not going to pay how many months rent? 2 months. He's very upset. He's like, "I don't want to pay." Surgeon like, "You have to pay. We have an agreement." He's like, "Do what you want. I'll not pay you 2 months." Guys, can that happen? That's called unrealized rent. What is it called, guys? Unrealized rent. Everyone, what is it called? Unrealized rent. Is it rent? Did you realize it? No. What's that called? Unrealized rent. Shortcut, short form, UR. Now think logically, guys. Should you be taxed on this 2 lakhs? 2 months means how many lakhs, guys? 2 lakhs. Is he paying you this rent? No, this is what, guys? Unrealized. Should you be taxed on this 2 lakhs? No. So the surgeon went to the government. That government, listen, some mistake has happened. I offered you how many months? 12, because I thought I will get rent for how many months? 12. Let's repeat, guys. How many months did you offer? Because you expected him to pay for 12 months. But government, listen, some problem has happened. Tejas is not paying me 2 months rent. How many months? So I don't want to pay tax on which rent? Unrealized. So how much is unrealized rent? So government, please minus no unrealized rent. Government is like, yeah, this is logical. If you don't earn, I don't want tax. Guys, if you don't earn, I don't want. This is like bad debts in business. Guys, bad debts. You sell, you don't get the money, bad debts, yes. So they are saying this is unrealized rent. Government like, yeah, I agree. Unrealized rent, how much? Take a deduction. Don't pay tax on it. But what if you're lying? What if Tejas is actually paying you in cash? And you are telling me, you've told Tejas, Tejas, you're my friend, no pay in cash. I'll tell the government you're not paid me. Guys, can it happen? In India, lots of creative ways to save money. Yes, have you seen that one Instagram reel where this guy, you can't take food inside the theater, so he's wearing a hoodie, and in the hoodie, creative ways. Yes, you go to an amusement park, they write that children below 12 years half ticket. 16-year-old guys also saying I'm 12. Guys, in India, where you can save money, you will save maximum. So, guys, what if actually Tejas is paying 2 lakh, but you are saying it's unrealized? So the government says, listen, you want unrealized rent deduction, I'll give you, but you have to fulfill some condition. You have to fulfill some conditions. So here, guys, at the bottom of the screen, what is the rent called? Do you want a deduction? We will give you a deduction if you fulfill 4 conditions. How many conditions, guys? 4 conditions you have to fulfill. And whenever there is this list of 4, 5, I always make a shortcut. The 4 conditions are: you have to tell Tejas to legally vacate our building. Guys, what do you have to tell Tejas? Legally vacate our building. Guys, is Tejas paying you rent? No. So you're telling him, listen, legally vacate our building. What is this shortcut, guys? Guys, this shortcut first. Guys, is he paying you rent? Then take legal action against him. Take what? You should initiate legal action. Whatever in your capacity you can do, you should try legal action against him. Next, guys, will you allow someone who doesn't pay you rent to stay in your house? No. So you're telling Tejas to vacate. Tejas, listen, pack your bags, leave. Yes, first, legal action. Second, you should be asked to vacate. Third, guys, will you give him any other property of yours right now? Guys, no. Of course, you'll not be fooled again. So no other, guys, no other property of yours should be given to him today. Maybe later on you can, but right now you cannot be giving him any other property on rent. And both of you should have an agreement. You should have an, it's called a bona fide agreement. What is it called, guys? Bona fide. Bona fide means a legal valid agreement. So, guys, please tell me how many conditions? 4. Legally vacate our building. You should take legal action. You should ask him to vacate. You should not give any other property to rent, and you should have a bona fide agreement. If all 4 conditions are fulfilled, then no problem, I'll give you unrealized. So guys, in the exam, if they say all 4 conditions are fulfilled, then can you minus unrealized rent? Yes. And these 4 conditions are given in a rule called Rule 4. Very simple. What is the rule? 4. For how many conditions? 4. Legally vacate our building. Are we okay? Finish it on class, guys. Don't think, oh, I'm understanding. No, understand by heart, revise, finish. Yes. So congratulations. Let's say the surgeon fulfilled all these 4 conditions, guys. Can he minus unrealized rent? Yes. And now, what is the actual rent? I'm calling them actual rent 2. What is this? Actual rent 2. Because what is actual rent? 12. Minus 2 is what? Actual rent 2. So this is the second one, actual rent, which is how much, guys? 10 lakhs. Are we okay? And this is very logical, guys. If someone doesn't pay you, will you go pay tax on it? No. Only thing, government doesn't want to get cheated, and hence they put 4 conditions. Which conditions? Legally vacate our building. Which rule is that? Rule 4. Are we okay till here, guys? So what all have we learned? AR is what? ER is what? Municipality, figures, standard. We got the ER and we minus unrealized. Can I also minus unrealized from here? The government says, listen, this is our expectation. This is our, we will not minus anything from this. This is what we expect. We will not minus anything from which ER. AR you minus whatever you want based on condition, but ER will not minus anything. Are we sure about it, guys? Yes. I've already put a box on it. It's fine. Now, guys, back to Tejas and back to Vastu. He did not like the Vastu of their house, Tejas. So, guys, what he did is he vacated the house in February only. Guys, when did he vacate the house? He packed his bags, left in February. He was supposed to stay for how many months? 12. But he stayed only for 11. He stayed only for 11. Feb end he vacated. So only 1 month March. Now, guys, in March, is the house empty? Yes. The surgeon tried to rent it. But no one's coming to the house. Your house past is bad, I've heard. He's written a full Facebook post on it. Everyone's read it. So everyone's like, no, no, we are not taking that house. So, guys, for 1 month, the house is empty. It's called vacant. What is it called, guys? Vacant. Guys, please tell me what is it called? Is there any tenant in it? No. Is surgeon living in it? No. When you ring the bell, who'll open the door? No one. That's a shortcut. Vacate means, guys, there is no let out. Guys, there is no let out. There is no self occupation. You're not renting it also. You're not staying also. Guys, what if you ring the bell and some tenant opens? Then is it vacancy? No. What if you ring the bell and the owner opens? Is there vacancy? No. Guys, vacancy means there is no one. When you ring the bell, who opens the door? No one. That's called vacancy. What is it called, guys? Vacancy. And please tell me, guys, is vacancy a loss? How much money did you lose out? 1 lakh based on the last rent. Guys, how much were you expecting on that house? 1 lakh. He paid also 1 lakh. But because of vacancy, how much are you losing out, guys? 1 lakh. That's called vacancy loss. What is that called, guys? Vacancy loss. Everyone repeat. What is that called? Vacancy loss. You again went to the government. Government, please, there's another problem. Can we talk? Government is like, okay, what happened now? They said, I thought my house would be occupied for how many months? 12 months. So I was offering you 12 months at the start. But unfortunately, there is a vacancy loss. There is a vacancy. That means what the government said? That means he said, no one's staying in the house and I'm losing out on 1 lakh, which I've offered to you to tax. Guys, have you offered it to the government? Yes. How do you know? How many months did you start with? I've already offered it. So do one thing, no government. I'm not earning that money. Can you minus it? The government says, oh, so you want a deduction of how many lakhs? I don't mind minusing it. I don't mind. Or let's say, I don't mind minusing this 1 lakh. But guys, can it again be a lie? Can they just be staying in the house? And can you say it's vacancy? Because guys, does the government have the time to come and check one house? No. So what if you are lying? And hence the government said for unrealized rent there were how many conditions? 4. Legally vacate our building. For vacancy loss, I'll just put one condition. Just one. You fulfill that and you take the deduction. Guys, how many deduction for unrealized rent? 4. For vacancy loss, one small condition I'm putting, you fulfill that, and if you fulfill it, deduction is yours. If you don't fulfill, no deduction for vacancy loss. Remember, guys, vacancy loss and unrealized rent are separate. I'm just explaining them back to back. It's not necessary for every house property to have both. Yes. So, which loss are we talking about? How many months vacancy loss, guys? 1 month. February vacated, so March was a vacancy loss. And how much was it in numbers? 1 lakh. You wanted a deduction, but one condition. What is the condition? That your AR should be very strong. Your AR should be very, that means AR should win. But win with what? Guys, your AR2 should be greater than ER. Guys, repeat your AR, which one? 2. After minusing unrealized. So first, which one will you minus? Unrealized. After that, whatever number should be greater than what, guys? ER. Only then can you minus. Guys, shortcut. AR should win. Everyone, more shortcut. Please tell me. AR should win. That means your AR2 should be more than what? ER. Check, guys. What is AR2? 10 lakh. What is ER? Are you winning? Are you offering more to the government? Yes. Then only we will allow. So are you winning, guys? Are you fulfilling the condition? Yes. How much is that? 1 lakh. So congratulations, surgeon. No problem. The government is agreed. You can minus 1 lakh. How much is it after that? 9 lakh. Are we okay? And can I minus vacancy loss here? No. As ER is the expected rent. Can you minus anything from it? No. No unrealized rent? Yes. So what is the condition? AR wins. What is the condition, guys? AR. I'm changing the number, guys. Guys, it was vacant for 2 months. Guys, it was vacant for how many months? So what is the vacancy loss? Everyone. What is the vacancy loss? 2 lakh. You did not get rent for 2 months. 2 months vacancy loss. Same condition. Is AR2 greater than ER? Yes. So how much can you minus? 2 lakhs. So how much will the AR become finally? 8 lakh. And how much is ER? 9. So which one will you take? 9. No, the government says once you minus vacancy loss. If you minus vacancy loss, repeat, if you minus vacancy loss, after that you have to ignore ER. Guys, 1 minute. What is the condition to minus vacancy loss? AR should win. Repeat, AR should win. That means AR should be, AR2 should be more than what? ER. Is the condition fulfilled? Yes. So what are you minusing? The moment you minus it, ignore ER after. So ignoring ER, what is the number now? 8 lakh. That's the final number. Yes, that's it. Changing the number again. Is everyone changing the number again? By chance, AR2 is 8 lakh. Guys, how much is AR2? By chance, AR2 is 8 lakh. Now is AR2 winning? No. So can you minus vacancy loss? No, sorry. So what is this? Then you don't ignore ER, which is higher. 9 lakh will be final. Guys. So when will you ignore ER, guys? When will you ignore ER? Whenever you minus vacancy loss. Repeat, whenever you minus vacancy loss, after that you will ignore ER. Don't worry, guys. I told the morning batch and I'm telling you also, learning tax is like learning how to ride an Activa. Remember the first time when you were trying to learn an Activa? Difficult. You were falling, some people were catching you. You probably, barged into a tree also. But guys, over a period of time, you get better, better, and better. And now you ride with one hand. Yes, so that is the same with tax or any subject or any chapter, guys. Once you're understanding it, first day it will feel little off, difficult. Then it gets better and better and better. Yes. So please tell me two things that you've seen. First one, unrealized rent. Next one, vacancy loss. Which one will you deal with first? Unrealized rent. If there is, guys, it's not necessary that Tejas will every year not pay. If there is unrealized rent, you will tackle that first. Can you minus that? Yes. How many conditions? Legally vacate our building. Repeat once again. Legally vacate our building. And if all conditions are fulfilled, can you minus your? Yes. And vacancy loss only one condition. AR. Now, guys, can both happen in the same case? Yes. Can only unrealized rent happen? Yes. Can only vacancy loss happen? Yes. They just paid all the rent, but he left last month. Yes, so it's not interconnected, guys. These are independent. And can it happen that both the cases are not there? Yes. So I'm just explaining the cases, and both these deductions are only from what, guys? AR, never from ER. So now tell me, guys, finally, let's go back to vacancy of 1 month. How much is the loss? Sorry, how much is the AR? 9 lakh. After that, I have to ignore what? ER. And this final number, guys, this final number becomes GAV, called gross annual value. What does it become? Gross annual value. How much is that number, guys? 9 lakhs. Let's repeat till here, guys. Did you have a house on loan? From which bank? And how much interest were you paying? 3,60,000 rupees a month. No problem. And on that house, guys, did you give it on rent? So that kind of property is called what? Let out property. When you have a let out property, do you have some income? That's called actual rent. What is it called, guys? Actual rent. And will the government believe your actual rent? No. They compare actual rent with expected rent. Let's talk about ER. Three numbers. Municipality, figures, standard. Can you minus anything else? No. That's your ER. AR. Always start with how many months? 12 months. Then you first minus UR. How many conditions? 4. Then you get AR2. From that you minus If they are there, guys, if the numbers are not there, don't minus anything. And vacancy loss, guys, only if one condition. AR wins. That final number, after you minus vacancy loss, don't look at ER. Yes. So your final number in our example was how many lakhs, guys? 9 lakh. That became gross annual value. Can you repeat what is that number called? Gross annual value. So you are telling the government here is 9 lakh. I am offering it to you on a platter. Take whatever tax you want. Government happy tears that I'm getting so much money to tax. They said, listen, I also want to give you something. Guys, do you remember give and take? When you give income, they will give you deduction. But it should be linked to this house. It should be linked to this house, not your Kashmir trip. Yes, it should be linked to this house. So let's see what is linked to this house. Please tell me, guys, when you give a house or when you have a house which is given on rent, what are the deductions that can happen? You tell me. Or what are the expenses that can happen? Guys, can you repair it? Yes. Yeah. Also, maintenance, also interest on loan, excellent. What else? Was it municipal tax? Yes. What else? Guys, can you paint the house? Yes. Can you repair the taps? Yeah, the fan works very slow, guys. -2 it runs on. People have to, throw it like push it to start. Can you repair all of that? Yes. So, guys, there are lots of expenses. Let's see which expenses the government allows as a deduction. The government says first we will allow you whatever municipal tax is there, guys. Whatever municipal tax, which is also called property tax. What is it called, guys? Guys, does every house have to pay municipal tax? Yes. This also, that also, neighboring houses. Why? Why should we pay property tax? Because street lights. Are you using the road? Yes, sewage. So what do you need to pay, guys? Property tax, also called municipal tax. Guys, let's say you're paying, you don't pay so much, but let's assume you pay 1 lakh. How much are you paying? Can you take a deduction? Yes. Give and take. What are you giving? 9. So they'll give you a deduction. Whatever municipal tax, they have only one condition that listen, this municipal tax should be paid. This municipal tax during the year you should have paid it. Guys, what if your bill was 1 lakh but you paid only 60? Only 60. Then 40 whenever you pay that year will give you. Guys, please tell me what is this? Municipal tax. Do you get a deduction? Yes, only when paid. Everyone only when paid. Guys, when do you need to pay it? From 1st April to 31st March, anytime. Even on the first day, even on the last day, no problem, but you have to pay it. Pay it and only take deduction. Guys, what if I paid extra 1 lakh 10 I've paid? Then you'll get a deduction of 1 lakh 10. Guys, paid. Please, it's very simple. What if you paid 1 lakh 10? 1 lakh 10. What if you paid 1 lakh 25? Next year also you paid to this year. You'll get now only. Guys, it's very simple. Don't complicate such a simple topic. Guys, how much will you get a deduction? Whatever you pay. You paid 90. 1 lakh 20. 1 lakh 1 lakh 70. 1 lakh, whatever you pay. Of course, you'll not pay so much extra, but whatever you pay, you'll get a deduction. Are we clear with this, guys? Yes. So, what is GAV first deduction? Municipal tax paid. What's the next number? 8 lakh. Guys, that number is called net annual value. What is it called? Net annual value. Guys, it's not the value of our house, it's the rental value. It's the rental value called net annual value. Very simple. You start with what? GAV minus what? Then get to net annual value. Until now, how much deduction you got? 1. The government says, okay, you tell us what else you want deduction. I want to give you, give and take. So you said, okay, there's a bill, 7,000 rupees painting. How much? 7,000 painting. 200 rupees tap repair. 30 rupees, 2 screws. 25 rupees, 1 wire. The government like, listen, this will make you also crazy and me also crazy. So let's not do this one small amount. Let's do one thing. I'll give you a standard deduction. I'll give you a whatever you're spending doesn't matter. I'll give you a standard, guys. What is it called, guys? Standard deduction of 30%. How much percent? Oh wow, government, but I'm spending only 20. Still, you will still take 30. No problem. Oh government, but I'm spending 32%. Still, you will only get how much, guys? 30%. What is that called? Standard deduction of how much, guys? 30%. Guys, because the shortcut is of a section which has A in it, this is also called ad hoc deduction. What is it called? Ad hoc means random. So government has randomly decided 30%. Guys, please tell me, what if you not spend even 1 rupee? Still enjoy the reduction, you will get 30% reduction. Are we okay? And what do you spend 31? You write a letter to the government, dear government, I want 1% more. Guys, they'll send it back to you, the letter. Yes, so exactly how much percent, guys? 30, and how much is 30% of this example? 2,40,000. Is that the second deduction? It covers everything. Your painting, your repair, your tap, your fan, everything. All the expenses. Are we okay? First deduction. Municipal tax, but only when paid. Second deduction. Do you need to pay it? No. Whatever you paid, not paid, doesn't matter. You'll still get the deduction. Are we okay? And now we go to the third and the last deduction. Yes, guys, there are only three deductions in this chapter. The third deduction. Guys, please tell me any other expense major one that we missed out. Yes, guys, this house is taken on loan, constructed on loan, and every year, how much interest are you paying? 3,60,000. So the government says that interest that you're paying is an expense of this house. So we'll give you a reduction of 3,60,000. If you're thinking any other number like 2 lakh, etc., stop thinking, guys. You're confused. Watch this. Half knowledge is not great. Full knowledge. Guys, what is the interest that you're supposed to pay to HDFC? 3,60,000. Will you get a deduction for this? Yes. Whether you paid it right now or it is payable next month, next to next month, doesn't matter. Guys, whether it is paid or payable. Repeat, whether it is paid or payable. That means on accrual basis also you'll get. You're going to pay it, no? Maybe not right. 2 months later, okay, no problem, take the deduction. Guys, municipal tax only when paid. 30% always. And interest whether paid or it's going to be payable, you'll get a reduction of how much, guys? 3,60,000. Is that a huge reduction? Yes. Guys, standard deduction, what is the limit? I want 31. No. But here, how much? What if this was 5,60,000? The government said take 5,60,000. What if this was 7,60,000? Take 7,60,000. So generous. Guys, 30 they were not moving to 31. You're so generous suddenly. So you told the government, and government, why this generosity? Guys, please tell me in standard deduction how much? I want 1% extra. Arey, it's just 5,000. No. But your interest, take whatever you want. Wow. So generous. Why? I'll tell you the reason, guys. Whom are you paying this interest to? Which bank? Shishadipuram branch only. Here only, guys. Jayanagar branch, sorry. I mean, Jayanagar branch. So Jayanagar branch only, guys. So it's very close by. So you know what they do is they give you a deduction. How much? 3 lakhs. You want 3 lakhs? Take 3 lakhs. You want 4,60,000? Take that. You want 5,60,000? Take that. Whatever you are paying or going to pay, you can take the deduction, because guys, immediately once you take the deduction, they will go down, take an auto, straight go to HDFC Bank. And they say, hello HDFC Bank, listen, I know you've got how much income. Someone's paid you how much interest? 3,60,000 tax. It's immediate reaction. Everyone, please, what if you are taking a deduction of how much? 5,60,000. Immediately HDFC Bank, I want tax on 5,60,000. So guys, they are okay with whatever, no limit, because your deduction is someone else's income. Repeat, your deduction is someone else's. This is not in your portion. This is a tax language. You need to understand the philosophy of tax. Your deduction is someone else's income, and that's the reason. No problem. What if you want 7,70,000? 7 lakhs take, because he will pay tax on 7,60,000. Are we okay with this? In fact, when you take this deduction, practically, I'm telling you, you have to give the other person's PAN number. You're telling the government also, this guy I paid, go cash him. Yes, are we okay, guys? Everyone. So please tell me, is there any limit on interest? No limit on interest. Why no limit? Because your deduction is someone else's income. Are we okay with this? Yes, and please tell me finally, what is the number, guys? Yes, calculator. Calculator. No, I want calculator. Everyone, hello, hello. Calculators, please. Calculators, please. Yes. Nice. They've gone so deep, the calculators. People can't even reach them. Guys, phone calculators are great, but not for the tax class, please. Yes. And sharing of calculators, share anything but not calculators, guys. Please. You have to have your own calculators. No sharing calculators in class. And phone calculators don't work. Yes, everyone okay? Alright. Now tell me, guys, how much is the number here? 2 lakh, guys. This is the number. This is called income from house property. What is it called, guys? Income from house property. Are we okay? Yes, quickly recapping three reductions. First, municipal tax only when paid. How much ever you paid? Yes. But you have to pay. Next, second. Only 30. 31 also? No. 28? No. 30% standard. It's standard means irrespective of what you spend. And last, guys, interest. Any limit. Because your deduction, someone else's income. Are we okay with this, everyone? So, guys, this is your let out property. What is it called, guys? Let out property. Everyone, which chapter are we doing? Income of house property. What is a property? Let out of course there are other properties also, but if you understand one calculation, all calculations are just the same. Yes, so this is called what? LOP. Now guys, what are you renting now? But it can also be an office, it can also be a shop, it can also be a go down, everything except land renting will come in another chapter, so we'll discuss it there. Yes guys, although the name is house property, you can rent what? Office, shop, go down, etc. It will all be taxed under this room. And in this room, are there income? Yes. And how many deductions, guys? Only three. And that's the reason, guys, when this comes in the exam, it will be a very nice bonus question. Because only three deductions. Yes. All good? Yes. Your pens and paper and your books are waiting now. So please open them. Yeah. Yes. Four. Yes. When should you? Oh, you should have it from start only. Yes. Bona fide means a valid agreement. Valid means when you enter into that agreement that time. Can you fake it? Yes, but generally the stamp paper has a date. So it will be a, if it's a new date, they'll know. All right. Yes, everyone, we've written the last chapter. You will leave one side after the chapter, right? Just one side for neatness. Yes, or if I want to add something later on, you leave one side and you will start the next chapter. Yes. All right, let's start the next chapter after leaving one side, which is called income from house property. Yes. Perfect. All the people are sitting here, guys. We made a rule that we'll all sit here. So after a while, you all can all, if you all can move here, it's great because I can see all. You all can also see the screen better. So these two rows are where we'll occupy. If you all can, whenever after writing, you all can move this side. Yes, let's start. Income from house property. Yes. While you write, make sure writing really well. Also understand and write. Catching up a little bit is okay while you write, but is keep writing. House property includes houses, shops, offices, godowns, etc., except land. Section 22 is a charging section, and starting from 22 to 27, other sections would deal with house property. Section 22 is charging section. Section 23 is called let out property, LOP. Calculation is as follows. The first one is gross annual value. I've just taken an example of 12 lakhs. Less municipal taxes or property tax paid by owner during the year. Net annual value, NAV is 10 lakh. Less standard deduction. There's a section called 24A. I've not explained sections till now. So you can just copy them from there. Deduction under section 24A, standard deduction. That's why that A is for ad hoc. Shortcut, ad hoc. 30% of NAV. Less interest on borrowings. Under section 24B, which is paid or payable. Thus, the income from house property, which is computed, is 3,40,000. Done. Copy. Okay. So there are totally three deductions in IFHP. I've written that on the side. Totally three deductions in IFHP. Below that, how did you get to that GAV is what we have done. Computation of GAV. Computation of GAV. GAV is nothing but the higher of actual rent or expected rent. GAV is higher of actual rent or expected rent. Expected rent is also called reasonable lettable value. Also reasonable lettable value. Just another fancy name. Reasonable lettable value. Reasonable lettable value. Lettable. So don't expect in the exam, guys, define actual rent, define expect. All these things don't come. It's a practical question which will come from this chapter. Yes. Ending this page here. Anyone writing yet? Okay. Two people writing. All right. Ending this here. Now, guys, how do you get that expected rent, unrealized rent? All that is in the next page. Here we go. Here we are comparing actual rent and expected rent. Guys, write 1 point from the left hand side, 1 point from the right hand side, so I can scroll as well. Rent actually received dash. Rent actually received slash receivable is called AR. Principal value 10 lakh, fair rent 15 lakh, standard rent 9 lakh, and hence ER is 9 lakh. Yes, we'll discuss those numbers in case there's any confusion. Unrealized rent, there is a star mark, and vacancy loss, there's a hashtag mark. Just below that line, guys, we have defined what is that star mark. Anyone wanting to go back, just raise your hand. I can go always scroll back as well. Any confusion? ER to be ignored after VL is deducted. Unrealized rent, similar to bad debt, can be deducted if Rule 4 conditions are met. Legally vacate our building. The four conditions: legal action taken against the tenant. Next, tenant asked to vacate the property. Next, other house properties of the owner not to be rented. Not to be rented to the same tenant. And there should be a bona fide agreement. That is a legal agreement. Please put those words in boxes: legal, vacate, O, and B, so that you know there's a shortcut for that. Vacancy loss is loss due to vacancy in house property. That is when house property is not let out or self-occupied. And once VL is deducted from AR2, we need to ignore ER. How all this will be presented in a sum, don't worry. Just right now focus on the concepts and understand every concept that is presented to you. Yes. All articleship students, how is it going? Busy season right now? Yeah. What for? Tax audit? Okay. And did you all just start articleship recently? Okay. What if your manager or your partner or principal says today we can't go to class, you have to attend, you can attend. Guys, once, twice it's okay, but if it becomes a regular feature, then it's a problematic thing. Yeah, because then continuation is lost. Yes. So the best way is to have someone else work for you in office beyond these hours. And also, guys, make your managers good friends. Yes. Take them out for coffee one day and say, listen, let's go for a coffee. Yeah, really. And it's all human, guys. So I have done that myself. My partner at PwC, one day I just joined and I told him, listen, it's Friday, let's go out. And he's looking at me and he's a partner at PwC, I'm the article. But that really broke the ice so well. And it was such a nice, friendly conversation we had. And after that, whenever my manager would complain or shout at me, I would just say, listen, I'll tell the partner. So it was a very nice thing. It's basically handling people well. And trust me, guys, your exams are primary. Of course, I'm not saying that every day, if one day you sit back, it's bad. No, you accommodate, but let it not become a habit because I myself am a principal. I know as principals can unduly, dominate, unduly make you work and pressurize you. So don't, take that. Put your foot down, say no. Also, that's also very important to do in articleship. I remember there's one article in my office. Now she's left. She's already become a CA. But when she joined only, she told, I'm not going to miss my classes. And we used to get scared of her. Like after 5 in the evening, if we had to tell her, if we had to give some work, we had to mentally prepare ourselves. How will we give her work now? Like she was that strict. And the hours that she was in office, full concentration work. Like whatever work was given to her, very well done. So we had no complaints against her. And when she wanted like the leaves or when she wanted to go for her classes, we could not stop her. I would actually learn from her how to say no. No, she would strictly say, no, I'll do this tomorrow. This can wait. So I really appreciate it and very subtle, not like asking for it, just telling in a very subtle way. So there's an art of saying no. I think we should all also learn that art, especially articleship students. And sometimes I'm not saying it's really urgent, it's urgent, then accommodate him also or her also. But classes are priority, especially because you miss out something and then there's a gap and you don't get to fill that gap very soon. All right, so this is what it is, guys. We now move to the next page if there is some writing. Otherwise, guys, we'll not write anything now. Okay, now it's back to understanding, guys. So LOP done. Yes, we are at house property. You guys are understanding much faster than what we did in the morning batch. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll end a little early as well today. Yes, I'm just thinking because I don't know, for some reason you guys have understood really fast. Yes, anyways, guys, which chapter are we at? Income from house property. Which section does it start with? 22. And which property do we first see? In that they compare actual rent with expected rent. Expected rent is always only three things. Guys, what if they give you only two things? 8 lakh and 9 lakh, no standard. Whichever is higher. What if they only give you one number? That only. So whatever is given to you, you manage. And what if sometimes they don't give you anything? Then you ignore ER and you only base your calculation based on AR. I've seen a lot of exam questions also where they don't give you, expected rent. So no problem if they don't give you that, manage without it. Yes. Next, guys, do you understand what is UR? Unrealized rent. Guys, four conditions. Yes. Do you know what is VL? Vacancy loss. Only one condition. And all this happens only in AR. ER side, you cannot minus anything. And guys, will always there be UR and VL? No, guys. See, you all also, some of you all are staying in PGs. Some of you all have parents who probably are renting out apartments, or you all are rich enough that you all have an extra place you are renting out. As you know, not every year someone doesn't pay you. It sometimes happens they don't pay you, but it's not every year. So unrealized rent and vacancy loss both are concepts that can be asked, may not be asked. Yes. All right. Now, guys, this LOP is done. How many deductions did you get? Three deductions. First one, municipal tax, but only when it's paid. Second one, standard deduction, how much? 30. And third one is interest. Guys, one good question was asked there that what if I paid interest of next year also? No, this year's interest. Paid or payable of this year. Yes, so that was a good question. So address it to everyone. Now, guys, let's move ahead. Guys, did Tejas vacate the house? Yes. And he didn't like the Vastu, etc. If you remember the story. Now, guys, let's move. The surgeon was unable to give the house to anyone. No one was willing to rent that house. So now he decided that he will move into the house. He will, that's called what, guys? Self-occupied property. What is it called? Self-occupied property. Now, in self-occupied properties, it's either you or your family. Repeat, it's either you or your family who are occupying that house. So he goes, and if you remember this house, guys, he goes and starts staying in this house. He along with his family. So now when you ring the bell, who opens the door, guys? The surgeon, yes, or his family. Now, please tell me, when you live in that same house, do you earn any income from it? No. So what is your rent, guys, here? Zero. So does the government want to tax you on this? No. The government says, what will I tax you on SOP? SOP is anyways your own house you're staying in. There's nothing that is an income. So I cannot tax you. But the government said, listen, I would want to give you a benefit. I would want to give you a or a reward. You said, government, what reward and all you're talking? I'm not used to all this. The government said, listen, listen, you bought a house. You bought a house. When you buy a house, guys, you help the cement industry, steel industry, brick, labor, bank, so many industries. So government says, that's why I want to give you a small reward or I want to give you a benefit. The moment you heard benefit, you got really happy, and especially the government giving you a benefit. So you said, okay, okay, quickly tell me what is the benefit. The government says, see, what kind of house property is it? Self-occupied property. So what is the actual rent? Zero. What am I expecting out of it? Zero. Guys, my favorite calculation is coming up. Yes, watch out. Guys, what is AR? Zero. Because you are staying in it, so there's no actual rent. Is the government expecting anything from you from this house? No. So both are what, guys? Zero. So any unrealized rent? No. Any vacancy loss? No. So guys, what is your GAV? Zero. Excellent, guys. That means how much are you offering to the government? Nothing. But the government is still wanting to calculate this because they want you to give you a benefit. Let's see, guys, where that benefit comes from. So the government is saying we'll give you zero is the number. You are offering us zero income. Now, guys, please tell me, for this house also, are you paying municipal tax? Even a self-occupied, are you paying municipal tax? So you wanted a deduction of what, guys? Municipal tax, how much, guys? 1 lakh. The government said, sorry, you tell me why. Give and excellent. Give and take. Are you giving anything? No. So the government says, sorry, I know you paid municipal tax, but you'll not get a deduction. So how much here, guys? Zero. Told you favorite calculation. Guys, for SOP, all the values are what? Zero. GAV, zero. Municipal tax. So of course NAV also zero. 30% of zero is also zero. Then why are we doing this dumb calculation? Because the government said, listen, on this house property, are you paying interest? Yeah. I've taken a loan from which bank? HDFC. I'm paying interest. How much interest are you paying? 3,60,000. Guys, if you have any prior knowledge, wait for it. But watch the screen first. Guys, you are paying 3,60,000 or you're going to pay 3,60,000, no problem. This deduction I will give. But government, I'm not giving you anything. Still, that's the reward. I'm giving you this deduction. How much deduction? Interest deduction. How much in our case? 3,60,000. So it will result in what, guys? A loss of how much? You said, government, you're making a fool out of me. You told me you'll give me a reward. This is a loss. Guys, 1 minute. You told me you'll give me what? This is a loss. This is you're making me a fool. Are you being sarcastic with the reward? Because this is a loss. The government says, see, you will understand very soon. Anyways, were you paying interest? Guys, whether I give you the deduction or not, are you paying interest? Yes, I give you a deduction. It resulted in what? Loss. Now, your business and profession income is 13,60,000. I was just generally saying the surgeon's business and profession income is how much? 13,60,000. You are expected to pay tax on how much? 13,60,000. But because of this loss, you can set off how much, guys? 3,60,000. So you will only pay tax on paper. Is this income lower? So tax will also be lower. That is your benefit. Oh, how can you set off? Don't worry, we'll see the set off chapter. But you can set off. Yes, don't worry about all that, guys. So what are you doing? Where is the loss? House property. And where is the profit? Could you set off? Yeah, how and all? Don't worry, guys. You can set off. I'm telling you. So can you set it off? How much, guys? 3,60,000. So now, guys, how much is this? 10 lakhs. So on paper, guys, why I'm saying on paper? Because anyways you are paying interest. But because of this deduction, guys, your income is lower on paper, so you'll pay lower taxes. That's the benefit. So, guys, please tell me, is loss a tax benefit? Guys, I want more answers. Is loss a tax benefit? Guys, if there was no loss, how much would you pay tax on? 13 lakh 60. But because of this loss, you're paying tax only on 10 lakhs. So is loss a tax benefit? Yes. Guys, please don't go home and tell your parents today I learned loss is a benefit. No, loss is not a benefit, but loss is a tax benefit. Repeat, guys, loss is a tax benefit. Only for tax purposes it is a benefit, guys, which I just showed you here as 3 lakh 60. So what is your income, guys? He's like, oh, now I understood. This loss is a tax benefit. This loss is a tax benefit. This is the benefit you were giving me. Yes, great. Thank you so much. But guys, have you seen a ration shop? Or have you heard of a ration shop? What do you get in a ration shop? Groceries, necessities, yes, rice, etc. Can you, if you have that ration card, can you go and buy? Yes. But guys, I want 10,000 kgs of rice. Can't take unlimited. There is a limit. Limit, guys. There is a limit. So same way the government said, listen, we are giving you a benefit. Guys, we are giving you a, but unfortunately, we can't give you a unlimited benefit. You're in a country like India where so much population, we can't give everyone unlimited 1000 kg rice. So we are putting a limit. And how much interest have you paid? You want a deduction of that? Sorry, we'll not. We'll give you deduction, but we can't give you 3 lakh 60. We'll maximum give you 2 lakh. How much will we maximum give you? But sir, you only told interest there is no limit because your deduction is someone else's. I'm telling you guys, still there is no limit. Only for SOP. Repeat, only for there is a cap. Is only for SOP there is a cap. What is a cap? 2 lakh. Guys, what were you paying interest? But guys, how much reduction will you get? Guys, what if your interest was 1 lakh 60? No, then 1 lakh. It's not standard deduction. It's a cap. What if your interest was 1 lakh 60? What if your interest was 2 lakh 60? Then 2 lakh. Are we getting it, guys, here? So that's a cap. That's a cap. Cap is only in case of SOP. Otherwise, guys, take whatever deduction. Only in SOP there is a capping of 2 lakh. In fact, this 2 lakh we will reduce to maximum 30,000. How much? Why so low, government, if you don't fulfill some condition at all? Guys, what is the cap? 2 lakh. Everyone, last bench also, what is the cap? 2 lakh. Second last bench also. But this cap can be reduced to what, guys? 30, guys. That's so low. Yes, if you don't fulfill conditions. So I'll tell you what conditions. And if you fulfill those conditions, 2 lakh. If you don't, 30,000. Guys, repeat. If you fulfill the conditions, 2 lakh, 30. If you clear see your salary per month, if you don't, yes, guys, difference really. This is real reality. Yeah. So please tell me all the conditions met. 2 lakh. Condition not met. 30,000. Are we okay with this? Yes. So now, guys, interest. This is the part we talk about, guys. What is it called? SOP. Is SOP a benefit? What is a benefit, guys? Interest reduction. So what is the maximum loss that can happen? 2 lakh. Yes, I know it's only 2 lakh you can minus maximum, but still, guys, can you minus something? Yes, can you minus something? Something is better than nothing. At least you're getting 2 lakh. Yes, deduction. Are we okay? Everyone. Yes, you started with a bike. You told your parents, I want a bike 10 lakh rupee. They give you a 4 lakh rupee bike, but still it's something, right? Yes, same way you wanted a reduction of how much? 3 lakh 60. They are giving you a reduction of how much? 2 lakh or 30,000. Let's see how 2 lakh or how 30,000. Everyone keep watching on the screen. Guys, which section are we at? SOP. How much reduction? Or how much reduction? 30,000 provided you fulfill the following conditions. So for 2 lakh, these are the conditions. Guys, there are 4 conditions. How many conditions? But this has no connection to unrealized rent. Those are different. These are different. What are the 4 conditions, guys? These are the 4 conditions. Certify 5 accounts. Guys, repeat. Certify for 99 rupees. If you're trying to find logic in the shortcut, you'll never find it. Even I've never found it. So you will never find it, obviously. So, but it's a random shortcut. It'll help you remember. Certify how many accounts? 5 accounts. For how much rupees, guys? 99. Guys, let's see what these 4 conditions are. Guys, please tell me, have you taken a house on loan? Whom have you taken the loan from? You want a how much deduction? Just make sure the loan is taken recently, that is after 1999. After which year? 1st April 99. Guys, when did we take a loan? Recently. So is it, I know it's very old, guys, but most loans will be now new only. So this condition is definitely fulfilled. Yes. Next. Guys, why did you take the loan? To construct the house. So you should take the loan either to acquire or construct. Repeat, you should take the loan either to acquire or construct. What else will I take the loan for? Guys, for renovation, for repairs, for reconstruction. RRR. Yes. Fabulous movie, loved it. But here it will get you down to 30,000. It should not be RRR. That means the loan should not be for renovation, repairs, recon. It should only be for what? Acquisition or construction. So Surgeon took the loan recently from HDFC. What did he take it for? Construction. If you've taken it for construction, make sure the construction gets completed in 5 years. If you've taken it for what purpose? Make sure the construction is completed in 5 years. If it's 5 years, great. If it's longer than that, 30,000. The thread, guys. And last, guys, whom have you taken a loan from? Which bank? How do I know? Get a certificate from. Okay, so you have to get what? Certificate from whom? From the lender. From the lender, whoever's lent you money. Are we okay? Guys, whenever there is a list, I have a shortcut. So please tell me which property are we talking about? SOP. All numbers are 000. Only one deduction. Interest. Generally, interest is how much deduction? Unlimited. Guys, generally unlimited. But here it will be limited to what? 2 lakh or 30,000. 2 lakh if you fulfill 4. Even if one is not fulfilled. Let's check. So 2 lakh, guys, certified. 5 accounts for 99. The loan should be taken on or after. It should be for acquisition or if it's for RRR, no means 30,000. You'll still get but 30,000. Next, 5 years. As the year you take the loan, you should complete it within after that, not that year, after that year, 5. So the countdown starts after that year, and you should get a cert. See, certificate is very obvious, guys. You can easily get. The others are very important. Are we okay? If all 4 conditions fulfill, 2 lakh. If not fulfilled, 30. Even if one not fulfilled, 30. Are we okay with this? Yes, everyone, everyone. All right. So please tell me, guys, SOP, is it a benefit? What kind of benefit, guys? Tax benefit. So that's the reason people generally buy houses in India and stay in them, take a loan, etc. Because it's a tax benefit. You get only one deduction. What is that? Interest. But they've capped it to how much? Because obviously they can't give an unlimited benefit. All right. Guys, when people get a benefit in India, no, they try to use it a lot. Like Jio came a few years back. They said free calling. But you already had Airtel, still Jio. You told your mom, you also take Jio. And you also take 2, 3 SIMs. As people took multiple SIMs. Are we okay? If we get a benefit, we want to make the most of it. Same here, guys. As you had a SOP 1. Repeat, you had one house in Jaina. Guys, were you getting the deduction 00000? Only which deduction? Interest. You thought I'm getting that benefit, no? Let's take another house. You talk SOP 2, JP Nagar. Again, 000. What is this, guys? Interest. Here, guys, what is the limit? 2 lakhs. So here you took interest deduction 1 lakh 80. Can you take 1 lakh 80? Yes. Here you took deduction of 1 lakh. Guys, how many houses? 2 houses. The government says yes, you can. Guys, the government allows you for how many houses? To everyone. So SOP benefit can be taken for how many house properties? 2 house properties. Congratulations. Great. How much in the first one? How much in the second one? So how much did you get? 2 lakh 80. Great. Government, I fooled you. No, you can only take 2 lakh. Because the cap is per person, not per house. So how much do you think you'll get? But you will get only how much? 2 lakh. So then what's the benefit? I'll tell you where's the benefit. Can you take deduction of 90,000 here? And can you take deduction of 1 lakh here. So how much will it become, guys? Can you take 1 lakh 90? Yes. Are we okay? Everyone, please tell me SOP 1, can you take the benefit? Yes. Can you buy another house? You can take the benefit there also. Yes. But total the benefit. Yes, the total benefit cannot exceed 2 lakh. Are we okay? So please tell me this deduction, guys, this deduction that we just saw, yeah. Guys, this deduction is what? Maximum 2 lakh or maximum is per person. If you ever get confused, think of a literal cap. The cap can be won by per person. So one person, one cap. So one person, 2 lakhs. What if I have two houses? Still 2 lakhs. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. A couple of small details left, guys, here. Guys, what are we buying? SOP. How many SOPs did you make? Two SOPs. Now, guys, very unique situation. Guys, this SOP you fulfilled all the four conditions. How many conditions you fulfilled? All four. So, what is the maximum limit here? 2 lakh. Can I take 1 lakh 80? Yes, I took 1 lakh 80. But here, guys, you did not fulfill the condition. So, how much is the maximum limit here, guys? So, unfortunately, you could take only how much? 30,000. Total how much, guys? 2 lakh 10. Now, guys, which will prevail? Guys, two houses, one house, 2 lakh, one house, 30. Together, how much will prevail? The government says you enjoy 2 lakh. They could have also said, guys, they could have also said whichever is lower, but they said whichever is higher. Guys, 1 minute. Repeating, both get 2 lakh. Both get how much? 2 lakh. So finally, how much will you get? No, not 4, guys. 2 lakh. But guys, what if it's 2 lakh and 130,000? Then still you will get 2 lakh. Are we okay? So the government, even if you're not fulfilling one house, for both the houses together, they will still give you 2 lakh. That means one house 2 lakh, both houses 2 lakh. Even if the other house you're not fulfilling, be okay with this. And guys, right now, let's say I have a SOP in Mumbai. Guys. Where is my SOP? Everyone repeat, where is my SOP? Mumbai. But guys, for some reason, I'm in Bangalore. I can't use it. Will it still be called SOP? Yes. Guys, my family also shifts to Bangalore. But their house is still kept there. Can it be SOP? Yes, one SOP in Mumbai, one SOP in Bangalore. Why not? But the moment I rent it, then it will be called what, guys? LOP. Excellent, guys. So till I don't use it, it will still be called what? SOP. Repeat. Till I don't sell it, till I don't use it, it will still be called S. The moment I rent it, LOP. Are we okay? That switch? Yes. All right. So we are looking at SOPs almost coming to an end, guys. How many benefits? Yeah, how many houses I can take a benefit on? Two. Guys, you took a house SOP 1. Where was this house? Jayanagar. SOP 2. You said SOP 3 also. So I'll take Shashadipur. Government says no, sorry. You can take this benefit only for you choose which house. You choose which house you want to take benefit of. Can I take benefit here? Yes. And here also? Yes. But guys, you will do the maximum benefit that you'll get. And it's very simple. You go to a restaurant, they say you can, there is salad, there is soup, there is pizza, you can take any one dish. Yes, guys, most of you all have a mental answer already. So you know what you will choose the best of. So same way, guys, SOP 1 has a benefit of 1 lakh. How much reduction? 1 lakh. Here, 40,000. Here, 90,000. House 1 and house 3. Excellent, because that you will get a reduction of 1 lakh 90. This and this, 1 lakh 30. This and this. So which one will you choose, guys? 1 lakh. Yes, are we okay? You can choose which you want as SOP benefit. Yes. See, guys, the government can't stop you from buying three houses. Yes. If you have money, why or three? Why stop at three also? Keep buying, no problem. But the benefit of SOP will be given only for, and you can choose. Are we okay, guys? Who can choose? You can choose. Now I'll tell you a way how a rich client of mine can avoid this. Guys, everyone, I'll talk about him soon. But right now, guys, how many SOPs? Two SOPs. Yes. Can we repeat SOP? Full SOP again. Guys, the first property that we saw was LOP. After that, we saw is SOP, full form, self-occupied. Logically, guys, if you are occupying it yourself, guys, will there be any rent? No. So my best calculation is this one. Everything is AR, ER, GAV, but I paid municipal tax. No give and take, so zero. Standard deduction, zero. Only deduction you will get is, so if SOP comes in the exam, guys, jump at it. Because all calculations are zero except interest. Interest, and when you minus, where the cap? What is the cap? SOP. How much is the cap? 2 lakh or per house, per person. Yes, cap is always per person. And guys, certify 5 accounts for 99. That means you should be taking the loan recently after 1999. You should be taking it for A and C, acquisition, construction completed within, and guys, certify. So you should have a cert. Are we okay? If all four conditions met, even if one condition not met, what if I have two houses? Can I take SUB benefit for two? Yes, but together, one house 2 lakh, one house 30. 2 lakh. Great, guys. Amazing. Good understanding, really. So we will take 2 minute breather here. Yes, everyone relax because I need that breather now. As you guys are understanding really well fast. 2 minutes breather to everyone, then we'll begin again. Take 5 minutes actually, no problem. 5 minutes to everyone. Yes. So guys, we finished two properties and now let's go to the next one. On the screen, guys, the faster we finish, the faster we can leave because you guys are understanding well. Let's build on it. Yes. Guys, if you remember, we had given, yeah, phones have to be away. Yeah, she's only holding the phone and looking behind. Yeah. Okay, so guys, we are given Tejas the house on rent. So same example, guys. Guys, Tejas took the house on rent for 9 months. Guys, how many months? Can it be? Guys, is it necessary always to take for 12 months? No. So he took the house on rent for how many months, guys? In the whole year, 9 months he's taken. And guys, after or before that, you started occupying it yourself. So for 3 months, it was what? So 9 months LOP, 3 months SOP. Can it happen? Why not? Maybe it's not at one stretch, but can it happen? It can be a mix of LOP and SOP. Yes, ma'am. There LOP and SOP mix here. Now, guys, for 9 months, how much did you earn? 9 lakhs. And 3 months, how much did you earn? Here, do you get standard deduction? Yes. Here, do you get standard deduction? Here, you get municipal tax. Yes. Here, you don't. Now, so much confusion. I have one shortcut, guys, which is not given in any book. Just remember the shortcut, and life will be very simple. Guys, LOP plus SOP. Repeat. LOP plus SOP. That means whenever it's a combination of these two, just do the calculation like LOP. Whenever it is LOP plus or SOP plus LOP, guys, same thing. I hope you understand the logic. Yeah, guys, whenever there is a combination of these two, do the calculation same like what? That's the biggest shortcut you will get. Now let's check, guys. Guys, if you're doing like LOP, what is LOP? What are the two things you catch in LOP? Actual rent, expected rent. Actual rent for how many months? 12. Always, you're also 12 months. Let's check. For 9 months, what is the actual rent? How much is that? 9 lakh. 3 months, what is the actual rent? Zero. So then why are we putting it? As a habit, put it, guys. So you always calculate for 12 months. The total is how much here, guys? 9 lakh. Everyone. Can there be unrealized rent? Yes. Can they just can say no also to payment? Yes. So, but let's say there's nothing like unrealized rent. Can there be vacancy loss? But let's say there's no vacancy loss. There can be, guys. I'm just telling you the concept. So there can be. So what is your AR, guys? 9 lakhs. Here, guys, ER, municipality, figures, standard. Guys, can the government expect from this house also? Yes. Let's say 8 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh. 8 and 10, which is higher? 10. So, guys, you will take 10. Is it within the ceiling? What is this called? AR, sorry, what is this called? ER. What is ER, guys? 10 lakh. What is AR, guys? 9 lakh. Guys, did we do the same calculation? Yes, because LOP plus SOP is what, guys? LOP. Repeat once again, everyone. LOP plus SOP is LOP. Same calculation we've done. Yes, I'm taking different numbers now. I 7, same, 8, 9, 10. Is 8 or 9, which is higher? 9. Is it within the limit? So what is your ER? 9. Are both the same anyway? Yes. So your GAV will be what, guys? 9 lakh. Now, guys, very carefully but very smartly. Are you paying municipal tax? Will you get a deduction? Excellent. Yes, because LOP plus SOP is LOP. In LOP, do we get? Yes. How much deduction? 1 lakh. What is it? NAV now? 8 lakh. Excellent. NAV is how much? 8 lakh. Now tell me, guys, how much 30% is? 2 lakh 40. Will you get this? Yes. And now the biggest question. How much interest are you paying on this house? 3 lakh 60. Example, guys. 3 lakh 60. Can I take the entire thing? Super. Why? LOP plus SOP is LOP. That's the reason you can. Yes. So how much reduction can I take here? But it is SOP also, no, sir. How can you? No, but that's the rule. LOP plus SOP is what? LOP. So you can take the entire 3 lakh 60. How much, guys? 2 lakh. That is your income from house property. This is the third type of property we saw. It's the same, nothing different, except, guys, remember this zero we've added. But anyways, we anyways calculate for how many months? 12. Logically, we will put 12 months also. They're 3 and 9. Guys, so three properties we saw till now. LOP. Then we saw SOP. Then we saw a mix of LOP and SOP, which is nothing but no book, no ICI material, nowhere is, guys, given. In fact, in my book here also I could not give, because how will I give this? LOP plus SOP is equal to LOP. You'll look at it like, what happened to sir? What is this mathematics in tax? But guys, it works so wonderfully. LOP plus SOP is what? LOP, finish. You got all your answers so easily. Mentally, guys, you know what to do now. Yes, are we okay? This is a very nice, very good shortcut that you're learning here, as you can use this all in practical life also. All my shortcuts work in practical life. In fact, when someone's asking me for vacancy loss, can I minus vacancy loss? In my mind, AR wins. I'm not telling the client, but AR wins, then you minus. He's also wondering, AR wins, what is it? But guys, you're getting the right answer. That's what they want. Yes. And guys, honestly, sometimes get so many details are there that these shortcuts help you get an answer very quickly. Yes. And nothing impresses a client with a more than a quick right answer with a section. Yes. You say, I will get back to you. Then you open your book, they're like, he doesn't know anything. But you impress that client with giving a quick answer with a section, like, wow, this is great. Yes. I'm not saying, memorize every section, but the concept should be strong, and these help you to get your concept strong. Yes. All right. So three house properties we've seen first, then SOP, then LOP plus SOP. Now, guys, just two more circumstances we need to see, but I need your attention for those. Yes. Guys, you took the first SOP 1. Where was this? Jayanagar. All right. The government gave you a benefit for this? Yes. Then you took another SOP to JP Nagar. Did the government give you a benefit for this? Then you took another SOP at Kurg, holiday home. It is what? The government says, I will not give deduction for this. No problem. I don't want also. I'm very rich. No problem. I don't want this small deduction. So one house, two houses in Bangalore, one in Kurg, holiday home with swimming pool and all that. And you're telling the government, I have 3 SOPs. How many SOPs, guys? 3. The government says very rich, nice. But what are you doing with all the 3 SOPs? Like, I'm occupying it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. This is Sunday because school. You can't stop me from occupying 3 houses, guys. Can the government say you can't occupy 3 houses? No, I'll have 5 houses. What's your problem? Guys, I'm saying all 3 are what? SOP. Repeat. I'm saying all 3 are. And guys, can someone stop me from having 3 houses? Why not? 3 houses is okay. Government says, listen, you know what has happened earlier in life? We've had cheaters. They say they're all SOP. They say they are staying in one house, maybe two houses. But the third house they've given on rent in cash. In They're given on rent. On paper, there is no paper only. They've given on rent to Tejas. But now Tejas is paying cash, so government doesn't know only. Guys, in reality, can the government be fooled? Yes. You are saying all these houses are what? Self-occupied. But guys, think about it. You have three houses. You're staying in two. Can you stay in two at least? First floor, second floor house. Yes. Okay, big family. Third house, the government says lots of people fool us. They give it on rent, cheaper rent, slightly cheaper, but they take cash. And we don't come to know only. And we've been fooled so many times that we now trust in no one. As you going in the train first time alone, parents say don't eat anything given by stranger. And when very nice, happy family is giving you. Still you say no, no, uncle, very delicious, but can't take. Because someone poisoned and done something wrong. Same way, government also has been fooled here. So government is now heartbroken. They say, listen, there's a rule I've made. Someone cheated earlier. So now the government is like, listen, any two SOPs you can do as SOP. Any two SOPs you can call what? SOPs. But the third SOP, even if you don't rent out, even if you are saying it's not rented, even if you don't rent it, we will assume it to be let out property. But this is wrong. No, yes, it's wrong. Not accepting food from a very happy family is also wrong. With so much love, they are giving you their food. But still, guys, rule is a rule. The government has been cheated so many times. That's why they say that any two houses, any can be considered as what? You want to consider Kurg house SOP? No problem. Kurg house SOP, JP Nagar, Jayanagar house, deemed LOP. What is it called? Deemed let out prop. Deemed means assumed. Guys, is this wrong? Yes. But government has been cheated so many times that the government has made a rule. How many SOPs can one person have? No, actually, how many SOPs can one person have? Unlimited. But the benefit of SOP will be given only to two. The remaining ones will be considered as what, guys? Deemed LOP. And you can choose which one you want as SOP, which one DL. Can I change the option next year? Yes. Every year you can change. You can. It's a jigsaw puzzle. You can play. Guys, but the third one onwards, it will be considered as what? Deemed let out property. So this one SOP, this one SOP, the third one is deemed let out property. And I'll tell you in the end, guys, how we can manage this also. No problem. I'll tell you how clients do it. Guys, so DLOP, another calculation? No. DLOP is equal to LOP. Guys, repeat the shortcut. DLOP is equal to LOP. No book again gives you this shortcut. You'll get it very easily. DLOP is equal to same calculation. Same calculation. Let's check, guys. Guys, is this house rented out? No. Is this house rented out? If you are saying it is rented out, it will become what? LOP. You are saying it's not rented out, so we are assuming it's called what then? Deemed LOP. So please tell me, is this actually rented out? No. So what is actual rent? You will not take it, or it's zero. So expected rent. Municipality figures standard. What is municipal value? 8. Fair rent. Standard rent. What is ER, guys? 9 lakh. And what is AR? 0. What is AR? 0. Because you're not rented it only. So which is higher, guys? So you will start with what, guys? 9 lakh. That will become your GAV. Now, guys, you will get the answer instantly if you know the shortcut. Guys, can I manage municipal tax? Yes, excellent. Why? LOP. DLOP is LOP. How much? 8 lakh. How much standard deduction? 2 lakh 40, 30%. Now interest. Can I minus? How much? How do you know so confidently what to do with DLOP? Because the same as LOP. So can I minus 3 lakh 60, guys? Yes. So how much remains? 2 lakh. That is your income from this house property. Oh, but I didn't earn anything from this government. I'm telling you, mother swear. Sorry, we can't. There's a rule they've made, guys. Sorry, but I'll tell you a very simple way of evading this. Not evading, but guys, just smartly planning it. Guys, how many houses do you have? Three. So do one thing. Two houses in your name. Two houses, spouse's name. Next two houses, first child. More two houses, have another child. Yes. So, guys, the government has said one person can have how many SOPs? Two. So you can smartly, and rich people do this planning. It's two houses on one name. The next one, why do you want to see genuinely, guys? If you are living in the house, why do you want to unnecessarily pay assumed rent? Why do you want to pay assumed rent tax? So hence, guys, the government says two houses, and the government also knows it's perfectly legal to this. Do this. It's not illegal. Two houses in your name, two houses in spouse's name, two houses in, guys. In India, we are a developing country. We don't have people who have 8 houses in a family. So this is a very rare occasion, but rich people do it. Yes, are we okay? Generally, guys, they do three properties, two in one name, one in one name. Yes, are we okay? And guys, if your intention is to give it on rent, then all this is unnecessary. Yes, can we repeat everyone quickly? Guys, please tell me how many houses can you have as SOP? Two. So, can I have more than two? Yes, but the benefit will be given only for how many? Two. So there are four of them, guys. Which one can I take? Any, depending on you. So you will smartly do the calculation, guys. And whichever the let out property value is lowest, you'll take that as LOP. Don't worry, when the sum comes, I'll teach you how to do it. Yes. So any two will you can take as what? SOP. Let's say these two I took as SOP. Then they will be called what? This will also be what? And this the same calculation as what? LOP. So can we repeat how many houses done? First one, LOP. Second one, next, LOP plus SOP. And next, guys, DLP. Are we okay? Yes. One more concept and then done for it. No writing because I don't know, somehow morning class we could not manage to finish it on time. And we wrote just 1 second. Yes, yes, back. All right. Going good, guys. Really nice. And it's the end of the day for horticulture students, end of a really long day, maybe. Yeah, but good understanding. Keep it up. Yes, we'll build on this every day. Now, guys, the last concept. It's a small illustration. And, guys, I like it when you see it practically. So, hence a practical problem on the screen. Guys, when I visit Bangalore, I see prestige builders everywhere. So, I'm this example on prestige builders. So, this is a building they've recently constructed. Who is the builder? And guys, multiple floors. Yes, very nice building they've constructed. And guys, what is the name? Prestige builder. Now guys, when they sell a flat, whenever a flat is sold, in which room will they be taxed? Guys, which room? PGB. Guys, it's a business. No, for them it's a business, guys. For you, jewelry is asset. For jeweler, it's their business. 1 minute. Guys, prestige builders is in the business of what? Construction. So has he constructed? Is he selling? So is it his business and profession? Yes. So he'll be taxed in which head? PGBP. Is everyone clear? Everyone? Yes. But guys, some surprising fact I want to tell you. The building is completely ready. No house is getting sold. No house is getting sold. And who's worried? Prestige builders. Who else is worried? Government. Because if they sell, they'll get profit and the government will get tax. Government will listen, sell no quick. Because if you sell, I'll get tax. If you don't sell, I'll not get tax. But prestige builders, like, what do I do? Some properties, guys, are expensive. So maybe this one is expensive, not getting sold. So, guys, this property got constructed in the year 2021. Which year it got constructed? And the year, guys, your building gets ready, no? The municipality comes, checks it, and gives it a completion certificate. Which certificate? They got the completion certificate in which year? 2021. After that, which year happened? No houses sold. 22, 23 also. No houses sold. Government is worried now. They said, let's take a trip and see why the houses are not getting sold. So the officer actually goes to the building and he's surprised. Guys, are the houses sold? No, but every house is a family living. Every house is a family living. They're surprised. Prestige builder told me no house sold. He went up and he rang the bell. He said, listen, you said no house is sold. Madam, family was sitting. Like, how did you enter this? Said, we have rented it from Prestige Builder. We have rented it. They didn't tell you. The officer said, no, I have not been told. Yeah, maybe because we only pay him cash. We only pay the builder cash. Guys, builders were doing this. They were making a building, not selling it. Not all builders, many builders were making a building, not selling it. Because guys, will the price go up over a few years? So they were enjoying that appreciation also. And in the meanwhile, what were they doing? Renting it in cash. Government has no idea it's happening. So the government made a rule that listen, these builders are cheating us. So the government said, listen, once the building is ready, once the building is, after that we'll wait for 2 years. How many years? 1 year, 2 years. After the year of CC, not including the year of CC. So are we giving them a lot of time? Yes, guys, everyone. A year of CC, after that, how many years the government will wait? And they will wait patiently for the houses to be sold. But if the houses are not sold even after that, then the government says you are cheating. Even if you're not, we'll make a law, and that is the rule is a rule. After that, which year comes in? Whatever houses are not sold till this much time, we will consider them as deemed let out property. But government really is not sold, then we can't help it. Rule is a rule, try and sell them in 2 years. Guys, if you sold out of 100 flats 99, then that one flat will be called what? DLO. No problem. Whichever flat is unsold will be called deemed let out property. Are we clear with this, guys? This is the last concept for the day, and this is what we end, but we'll have to revise and then leave. Yes. All right. Very surprisingly early, guys. Yeah. But good job. Guys, let's recap what we've done till now. Guys, this is first, let's recap this. Guys, this is only applicable in case of builders. This is only applicable in case of, that means those who hold flats as stock. Those who hold flats as stock. The stock should be sold within how much time? 2 years from their birthday? No, from the year of CC. Year of CC. After the year of CC, they will wait for how many years, guys? 2 years. Patiently, no problem. For 2 years, will they bother the builder? No. Once the 2 year period is over, they'll check whichever houses are unsold. Whichever houses are unsold, and they will call them as what? And the let out property is the same as what, guys? So they will expect some rent and they will charge tax. Will they give deductions? Yes. Are we clear, guys? This is where we stop IFHP, we revise and we leave. Everyone okay? All right. From the top, guys, let's revise. This is the chapter called IFHP, which is a section 22. In section 22, they said we will charge it to tax. We will charge it to tax. And all the computation that we saw, GAV, NAV, all that is in a section called 23. I'm not giving you all the sections today. I'll give you tomorrow writing, etc. But right now, 22 and 23. 23, we do all the computation. All right. So now let's move ahead. How do you compute it? They say first tell us what kind of property. If it's LOP, okay, LOP we will start. We will ask you for how many months? We will compare it with for how many months? 12 months. Yes. In expected end, because that is simpler. Municipality, figures, standard. Repeat, municipality, figure, standard. What is municipal value? 8 lakh. What is fair end? What is standard rent? 10. Guys, these are given to you in the exam. What if only one is given? Use that. What if two are given? Use that. Depending on what is given, you will use that. And municipal value or fair end, whichever is subject to a ceiling of standard rent. So how much is that, right? 9 lakh. Are we okay with this? Can I minus anything from this? This is the government's expectation. You can't, tamper it. It will always be there, 9 lakh. Now come to actual rent. How much was the house rented for? 1 lakh into how many months, right? So you always start with 12. But I know it's only given for 10 months. Still, you always start with 12. Then you minus. Even if you know it's given for rent for 10 months only, you will still start with how many months? 12 months. Because you have to compare an apple with an apple, 12 months with 12 months. Then, guys, what is the amount? Guys, can there be unrealized rent? Unrealized rent is similar to bad debt. In business, bad debt. In renting, unrealized rent. Yes. And Tejas did not pay for how many months? 2 months. If you don't get money, will the government want to tax you? No. They say you can minus 2 lakhs provided you fulfill four conditions. All four? Yes. What if one also not there? Give me something 30,000. That is not here. And that's in the other one. Yes. So you will get all four conditions fulfilled. What are the four conditions? Legally vacate our building. Take legal action. Ask that person to don't give, and There should be a bona fide. All four conditions met. Yes, then you can minus 2 lakh. How much is this, guys? 10 lakh. Are we clear with this, guys? Yes. Then, guys, can there be vacancy loss? What is vacancy loss? That there is no one occupying that property. No let out property, no self occupation. That means when you ring the bell, who opens the door? No one. That's a shortcut to remember vacancy loss. I want to minus vacancy loss. Can I? Yes, provided one condition, your AR2 should be more than ER. Is it more than ER? Yes, so you can minus vacancy loss. How much? Let's say 1 lakh. But after you minus this, ignore ER. Whatever, more, high, low, whatever equal, ignore. And what is the final number, guys? This becomes what, guys? GAV. Yes. From this, how many reduction? Three. The first one. Only when you pay. What if I paid extra? You'll get. What if I paid less? Whatever you pay. When which date to which date? 1st April to 31st March. That you can minus. All right. After that, what is the value you get, guys? Yeah, but what is it called? NAV, net annual value. From this, what can you minus? How much is the standard draft? Everyone will get 30. Some will get 20 also. Everyone gets 30. How much is that? Next, guys, how much interest? Guys, how much interest? Guys, a very simple point I want. Is there any limit on this? Guys, how much are you paying interest? Oh, no limit. Let's pay more interest. No. Guys, will it happen? Will it happen? No, guys. Unnecessarily, why will you pay more interest? See, that was a way of saying it. But guys, if someone you went to UD and he said coffee is 15 rupees, and your mom said, don't worry, pay whatever, I'll pay you back. Will you tell him, no, I'll pay you 150 only? Guys, just because you're allowed to deduct more doesn't mean you'll pay more. You're saving tax, but you're spending more money. So, but whatever you are paying, will you get a deduction? Yes, paid or payable. Paid or payable for that year, you'll get a deduction. And the logic is, guys, who is this money going to? Bank. Guys, which bank? In their PNL account, guys, will they add 3 lakh 60? As what, guys? Income. As what? Income. And on that, will they eventually pay tax? So the government is not worried. And when you take this deduction, they'll take the PAN number of which bank? HDFC. So they know whom to catch in case they don't pay tax. Yes. Are we okay with this, guys? This is called LOP, and this is based on give and take relationship. Now, guys, SOP means, are you staying in the house? Yes, you and your family. Even if you're not staying, guys, it will still be considered SOP as long as you don't rent it. Now, SOP, guys, is my favorite calculation because everything is what? AR, ER, GAV, municipal tax, yes, NAV, 30% deduction, zero. Only one deduction you get, guys, which is interest, which you can minus, but because it's a benefit, they have a cap. What is the cap, guys? No, maximum 2 lakh or maximum, guys, this big deduction, big drop is because you don't fulfill for any four of the four conditions. Certify 5 accounts for 99. Guys, those four conditions were different, unrealized. These four are different. These are for SOP. Guys, the loan should be taken after 1999. It should be only for which is your favorite movie? Not for that. Next, guys, construction should complete it and you should get a certificate. If all four fulfilled. If one of them also not fulfilled, are we okay with this, guys? And that will lead to a law. Please tell me how is this loss or tax benefit, guys? Set off. It can set off other when you see in set off chapter, you will see it can be set off against any incomes and you can minus it. And guys, this is a benefit. The benefit can be taken for how many properties? Two property. SOP one, but I want to take it for more. No. And that too in two properties. If one of them is 1,80,000 and the other is 1 lakh, how much is total? 2,80,000. But sorry, you'll only get 2 lakh because the benefit is per person. The cap is one per person. If you ever forget it, remember, guys, cap can be only won by one person, so per person. If one SOP, the limit is 2 lakh. The other SOP, the limit is 30. Then 2 lakh. Overall, you'll get 2 lakh. And guys, SOP, that was a discussion, yes. And what if it's LOP plus SOP? When can it happen, guys? First month, last month, SOP. Middle 10 months, LOP. Any combination. But same will apply. What will happen guys? That means AR. Only thing in AR, guys, you will take 9 months, whatever the rent was, 3 months into zero. Guys, why are we doing zero? The stupid calculation. Always stick to 12 months as a rule. Yes, start with 12 months. If it's unrealized, minus it. If it's vacant, minus it. But start always with what, guys? 12 months. All right. Guys, rest of the calculation are same. Will I get all the three deductions here? Yes. How much interest limit here? No limit because LOP. Excellent. Next, guys. If I have more than one or more than two SOPs, what will be the other SOPs called? Which who will decide this? You can choose any two as SOP. The remaining will be DLOP. Same calculation as one, guys. LOP. And finally, for someone who holds apartments as stock. Who holds apartments as stock, right? Builder. As the government says, we'll wait for how many years? Including CC, after CC. After CC, 2 years, they'll be patient, they'll not touch it. Earlier, the rule was 1 year. Then they increase it to how many years? Your exam, it's 2 years. Till 2 years, we'll not do anything. But after that, the third year, we will consider it as what, guys? DLOP. Yes, which is the same calculation as LOP.